Hey, you guys. Divine Chakras here. Welcome back. For those that don't know, my name is Shalom. And the video is titled Natural Vaginal Health. So I was just sitting here. I'm at the water. I'm at the lake right now. And, hey, what's up, Shaz? So I'm sitting here at the lake right now. And, I was like looking through some stuff on the internet, and I came across a topic of vaginal health. Hey, Ams, what's up? I love you too. And we were talking. This lady's like staring at me like, bitch, why are you in my face? But anyways, so we were talking about not talking about, but I was reading about vaginal health, right? And I was reading about natural vaginal health. So I wanted to come in and, like, anytime spirit like delivers a message for me, I just feel like I have to like say I have to talk about it. Okay. So basically, a while ago on one of my videos, I was talking about natural products, and I purchased some vaginal tea tree suppositories. Now, for a lot of you guys that work with oils, essential oils, you all know what tea tree does. It's a natural pulling agent. You can also do like oil pulling with tea tree as well. I use natural tea tree. Hey, Samari. I use natural tea tree as well to brush my teeth, to like, pull the dirt and, anything that could possibly cause cavities and stuff, because I don't use fluoride toothpaste, right? So tea tree is a very, very, very natural pulling, again, a pulling agent. And what I love about tea tree as well is that it's like this minty, like very cooling feeling. Okay. So if you all don't know about where I'm going with this, tea tree suppositories are freaking life for vaginal health. And not just for like BV or for yeast infections. They are just good for overall maintenance of your vagina. Okay. Now, they say that the vagina is a natural self-cleaning organ, which it is. But you all have to remember that we live in a time of synthetics. We live in a time of things like being filled with chemicals and all this shit, our detergents, just like everyday life, dirt, bacteria, the foods that we eat, all of that affects the way our vagina cleans itself naturally. Okay. So for example, like if you have sex with a man and he uses a latex condom, right? He may use like a different brand of a latex condom, for example, like a Magnum versus a Lifestyle, right? Latex is latex, but also you have to remember, like, the man, when he puts his condom on, he's touching it with his hands. And if he doesn't wash his hands very well, like, our vaginas are very sensitive. Like my pH will be thrown off by any little thing. Like if I want to transition from one black soap to another, if I want to transition from one product to another or something of the sort, it will throw me off completely. And like, I'm very prone to getting yeast infections. And so, like, for example, if, the point that I was getting to is like, if you go and you have sex with someone and they use a latex condom, and then, a couple of days later you start to itch, that means that your pH is thrown off. So now you have to rebalance yourself. Okay. And a good way to do that is with either coconut oil or with tea tree oil. These are the two things that I use. And when I was looking on this post, this girl was talking about her having BV. And I'll be honest, like, I actually had BV when I was pregnant with Kennedy. And back then I was taking antibiotics, right? And we know what the antibiotics do for us. Like, number one, they throw you off. Number two, like, if you are taking antibiotics and you're still taking birth control, if you're someone who's still taking birth control, which I highly do not recommend, then it will also make your birth control ineffective. Okay. So antibiotics, even though they are antibiotics to help to cure our bodies, they actually do a lot of harm to us as well. They can also, again, cause chemical imbalances. in your vagina. They can make your mouth really dry. They can throw off your eating, dietary. There's a lot of things that antibiotics do, which is crazy to me. But it just goes to show you guys, like, how it's very important for us to continue, especially us as ladies. It's very important for us to continue to be as natural as possible when it comes to things that we especially put inside of our bodies, all right, inside of our mouths, inside of our vaginas, okay? Our vagina is a portal. It is literally a portal of life, but it's also a portal of pleasure and love. And, you know, we receive so much as women, and y'all have to remember, like, it's so important for vaginal health. And I'm going to get to yoni eggs because y'all know I'm like yoni egg. I'm all about the yoni eggs. I'm going to answer your question about that, about the pearls. Hold on one second. I need to finish my thought because I'm about to lose it. But, and I think it's going away now. But it is just, it's very important for us to stay as, I don't want to say neutral, but it's very important for us women to stay as clean as possible. Okay. When you wash your vagina, like, don't use a washcloth. I don't use a washcloth. I use my hands. All right. I wash my entire body. You know, I may wash like the outer part and around like the thigh area where the vagina is, the V area. But when it comes to actually washing the physical part of the vagina, I always use my hands. And you really want to get in there and wash your vagina, honey. And you don't want to use like soap. You don't want to use anything that has the word soap on it. You want to use some type of feminine wash. You know, you can even use water. Like, people are, oh, my vagina needs soap. Yes, the outer skin needs soap, but you don't need to put soap on the inside of your vagina. It doesn't need that. It's naturally going to clean itself. So you don't need to put soap inside your vagina. Okay. I forgot the name of it. And I wish, see, this is the reason why I was going to wait to do this video later, because I wanted to show you guys the products itself. But I had to come in with this message. So I would not recommend using like Vagisil or fucking Summer's Eve, anything like that. Like, I know that Honey Pot has a soap that's out, and there's like a lot of black owned brands now that actually make soap specifically for the vaginal area. So it's great to go to those type of businesses. Or there's a brand that I get from Target, which I absolutely love them. I cannot believe I totally forgot the name of it. But if you go back to my video where I was talking about natural products, then that is a good, that soap is a great soap. Someone is asking about Castile soap, Castile soap. I personally use Castile soap to wash my makeup brushes. And it's a great soap to use. I've never personally have thought to use it in my vaginal area, but I would definitely say to use the non-scented one. I mean, if it works for you, it works for you, but I would stay away from anything that says clinically approved by a doctor, because we already know what these fucking doctors are about anyway. If it's clinically approved by a doctor, most likely they're in cahoots to bring you into their office to make money, because we got to remember, like, these doctors make money off of us by us coming in and spending our money to see them to get treatment. So I would if it's working for you, I would say continue to do it, but you just always want to watch the health of your vagina. Okay. And the reason why I'm also talking about this as well is, we're going to get to this, but detoxing the vagina is so, like, literally, I want to do a whole vagina detox this week. And I'll tell you what that's going to involve. Someone says coconut oil gives them BV. She's going to try tea tree. Yes. Coconut oil. I've heard for several people that coconut oil didn't do well. And I mean, coconut oil it's not a heavy oil, but it is like, I don't want to say even that it's very greasy, but like, I know sometimes when I put coconut oil on my skin, if it's like a super humid, dry day, then I will be ashy in like a few hours. So I have to use shea butter. But I love using coconut oil around the vaginal area, not inside of it. But I know that some people actually make coconut oil suppositories. So that is a thing. But the tea tree is life. Try the tea tree. There's a few brands on the internet that have tea tree, but there's one specific one. It's just called Tea Tree Health or Natural Tea Tree, and they have soaps, they have toothpaste, and they also have the suppositories as well. All right. We're gonna get to Yoni in a second. Opinion on goddess pearls. So I've never used goddess pearls. I'm gonna be honest with you. The one thing about the goddess pearls that I was always very leery of is the fact that I don't know where they're manufactured. I don't know who's making them. I don't know really what they're making them with. And when I saw what gunk was coming out of women's vaginas from using the pearls, I was like, that just can't be good. You know, like, I don't know what these women are about to say, like, okay, you know, it's working. I know that a lot of people have said that they work for them, but me personally, it never resonated with me to get goddess pearls. So it was never a thing for me. But again, like, ever since I've been using the tea tree oil suppositories, like, my vaginal health has been amazing. Not that it wasn't before, but like, now I just feel fresher. I feel lighter. I just feel healthier in my vagina area, which is amazing. And what's crazy is that I'm back on my detox this week. So I'm on my second day of doing the tea tree oil suppositories for this week. So no sex this week at all. I'm going to do a vaginal detox where I'm just going to just allow, you know, the natural flow to just flow. And I also want to really feel the energy of the post-lunar eclipse, and a lot of like reflection, self-reflection, self-understanding, realization, understanding. You can go to my last video and see all that. Also, you can listen to my podcast on Anchor. But let's talk about detoxing itself. So this week for detoxing, I would definitely recommend doing some type of oil treatment for your vaginal area, a detox, which is going to involve a vaginal steam. So you can do your at-home vaginal steam, or you can go and actually get one. But this week, I would definitely say to, if you're not obviously, you know, on your moon cycle, is to do a ritual that is focused around vagina. Okay. And that would include like whatever you feel like you need to do, whether it is self-pleasure, whether it is, you know, putting your vagina to the sun and allowing the sun to come in and graze the vagina area. It could also mean, you know, you having some type of sexual interaction with your partner, and it calls for you to like really uplift the divine feminine energy. But it's not about like, it's about and pleasing yourself and self-satisfaction, but it's also about uplifting the feminine energy, the divine feminine energy. The more you connect with your vagina, ladies, the more that you are going to be uplifted within your femininity, the more you're going to feel feminine, the more you're going to feel like in touch with who you are as a woman. And I find that for me, especially after using yoni eggs, I have a rose quartz and a black obsidian. I would definitely highly recommend anyone, if you don't have a yoni egg, get a rose quartz one as your first one. Please do not get a black obsidian egg as your first one. It's going to be way too heavy. The energy is going to be way too frantic. You're going to be fucking crying all over the place. You're not going to know what to do with yourself. So definitely get a rose quartz one, either that or a jade one. But if you're just looking for like general love care for yourself, oh my God, y'all. Sorry, you guys. Okay. For like general love care for yourself as well as for your vagina, then I would definitely recommend for you to get a rose quartz yoni egg. Sleep with that thing. Sleep with it. Really focus on the intentions that you want that yoni egg, what you want it to do. Go wash it in like go wash it in a lake, or in obviously like before you sterilize it and stuff, like go wash it at the beach or at the lake. Let it really soak up, put it in the ground, like let it really root itself in the ground, right? Because that's where, you know, we are dust of the universe. So really, because you really want to become connected and grounded to mother when you're working with yoni eggs. So my advice, what the fuck is that? My advice would be to charge it in the actual ground itself. Okay. Someone is asking. All All right, hold on. I'll floor, really using your pelvic area, your sacral energy, like belly dancing. Belly dancing is a great way. Sensual dancing within your house, maybe dancing to some reggae or to some soca music or even some slow music, but just really make it about you. Make it about like your femininity, your divine energy. A lot of us just we do the rituals, we do the spell work, we do the magic, but we really don't focus in on our vaginas. We don't focus in on our femininity, and it's just so important, y'all. Like I don't know how like spirit just brought me to this message, but I just really wanted you guys, because I know I have a lot of lady subscribers here, my sistars, that it's very important for you to connect spiritually and physically to your vagina. I'm just being real, y'all. This is not about anything nasty. This is not anything like to be vulgar. Like vagina is a thing. It's a part of you. It's a part of us. It's where your children come through. It's where your children will be birthed and will be cultivated for 9 to 10 months. So it's a thing. It is a whole thing, you guys. So don't forget about the poom poom, man. Don't forget about the vajayjay. Don't forget about your lady parts. All right. Don't forget about her. She really needs you, especially during this time when, you know, we're really going into like a big energetic shift. Yes, the lunar eclipse energy is still prevalent. It's still around, and a lot of y'all are still feeling it, and it is real. So take this time to release. You can release through the vagina area. You can release through orgasms. You can release through self-pleasure. It's a thing, you guys. Tantric sex is a thing. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be with a partner. I know that a lot of women, when they're spiritual, they are also celibate as well. But I mean, I personally don't believe in celibacy. I'm just going to be absolutely real with y'all. I don't. I really feel like sexual energy is a part of the magic, and it's a part of the manifestation. It's a part of the ritual work. And it's absolutely a real thing. I would even get like a vagina journal and journal about, you know, your experiences and your rituals about your vagina. Like, why not? Like, I mean, we have to teach our girls, and this goes into like, you know, our women, or not even our women, but our girls nowadays who don't even know the proper way to care for their vaginas, the proper way to actually make sure that they have healthy vaginas. It's a part of your body, y'all. Just as much as you want to be a vegan and not put any meat in your body, then you should also want to take care of your vagina as well. They go hand in hand. Let's just be real, y'all. It goes hand in hand. So yes, I probably want to do like a separate video on like actually care, the products that I use, showing you guys the pictures. But I just really wanted to come in and just tell you guys to celebrate your vaginas this week, man. Like the yoni steaming. So if you have your herbs at home, then do your yoni steaming at home. If you don't, then of course, you know, you can go and make an appointment. I know Groupons, they always have some great Groupons about yoni steaming. And when you go to get steamed, or if you do steam yourself at home, like feel the moment. Like I know that some people say that they get really emotional, they start crying. Like literally, you got to remember, like your vagina is a hole. So things go in it and shit comes out of it. Okay. And you may release through crying, through anger, through screaming, you know, through stress, through whatever. Like feel the emotions. Don't run away from the emotions that you feel when you are doing the self-care with your vagina. You know what I'm saying? Like don't run away from those feelings. Feel that moment and release yourself. I know some women that are going to listen to this video today that have never had a real orgasm, orgasm. And the day that I had a real orgasm, that is the day I became a fucking woman. Not when I had my period, but when I had a real orgasm. And that's just real, y'all. So it's time to get back in touch with your femininity. That is what feeling the moment of self-care of your vaginal area. It is all about connecting to your divine feminine. Simply put, there's nothing else about it. It's not even about, like, you know, America makes it seem like, you know, pleasing yourself is like a sickness, or you know, it's nasty or it's taboo. You know, like people, like, it's okay for men to masturbate to porn, but women can't please themselves. Like, it's just so backwards to me, how they really just zap us of our feminine energy, how they zap us of our birthrights to feel ourselves, literally to feel ourselves up. And why not? I mean, how are you going to have sex and connect with a man, with another entity, if you can't even connect with your own entity, if you can never connect with yourself? There's some women who have never, like, and I mean, some people think that yoni eggs are just for strengthening the pelvic wall and things like that. Not only is it good for that, but it's also good for increasing your orgasms as well. So if maybe you've had a child and you lost the feeling within your cervix areas, like all the way up in there, your G spot, so to say, if you've lost that sensation from having children, like, literally, the yoni eggs are going to strengthen. You don't even have to do Kegels. Just having the yoni eggs sit in there, your walls are literally holding on to that egg to keep it in there. Or you can contract the muscles within your walls to hold that egg in there, and it's literally going to strengthen you so that when you go to, like, have sex, like, men can literally feel the difference, y'all. It's not just a thing for the women. Your man, your partner, or whoever you're dealing with at the time, they can actually feel the strength of your vagina. Like, they can feel that shit. So I just want you guys to know that it's like, your work is not in vain. The hard work of using yoni eggs does not go in vain. Like, men can actually feel it. So it is a thing. Okay. Let's see. Questions. Am I able to get a tea tree oil I can use at a beauty supply, or should I get it offline? So tea tree oil from the beauty supply is going to be a no for me. And the only reason why I say that is because a lot of it has other products in it. So make sure that you read the label. Hair, honestly, most likely it has some other cut in it, and you don't want to put that stuff in your vagina. Okay, so that would be a no. So you just want to make sure that it's 100% tea tree oil, or you can just get the actual suppositories and use those. Do I soak an organic cotton tampon in oil and insert it, or just a cotton ball? So if you're going to do it that way, then I would soak the tampon itself. But the only thing is that when I use the suppositories, the oil dissolves, separates, and then comes out. So that's the only way that I know to use the tea tree oil. What I would do is I would probably look into making your own suppositories instead of soaking a tampon. I've never done that before. And my spirit is just telling me maybe not to do that. It just doesn't sound, I don't know, it just doesn't sound good. But I mean, I would say to give it a try, or maybe look it up online. Again, I only have experiences with the suppositories. And again, the suppositories, they are solid form. And as soon as they hit the vagina, they will then dissolve into an oil, and the oil comes out naturally, because what it does is it comes down through the entire canal. Because I try to insert mine as far as up there as I can. So I will stick that joint all up in there. All right. Because I want it to get all in the area, and I want it to come down. And then also I want it to sit around the actual outside of the vulva and all that. I want it to sit on there as well and really do the job that it needs to, that it needs to be doing. So I don't know about soaking tampons, but if someone can chime in, if you maybe experienced something like that, you can definitely share that with the group. I did, but I haven't used them in a while. Okay. It is possible to get the tea tree suppositories at local supply stores. I think so, Kiki. You may be able to get it at like Walgreens, or like a natural, like I get mine from the local herb shop here in Maryland. It's called Smile Herb Shop. They usually only have like one. Every time I go in there, they only have like one, and I'm like, really? Because I'm trying to like stock up on two. But I know that you can get them on Amazon.com for about $8. All right. Key says she needed this powerful message. I was thinking about this yesterday in my journal. I'm glad you made this. Ashe. Key. Yes, we cannot forget about our vaginas, you guys. Like, we got to stop being so masculinized, and really connect with our femininity, which starts with our vagina. What oil do you use for your mouth or brushing? So I will use the tea tree, the company that makes the suppositories. They also make a natural toothpaste, tea tree toothpaste, and so that's what I use. But sometimes I also will use coconut oil, or I will use activated charcoal as well to brush my teeth with. All right. But yes, you guys, like, get your slow music down, get some lights going, get some candles lit, get some incense going, sage yourself before you go into any ritual, sage yourself, selenite to seal that energy, and, you know, go to work, man. Like, make this a thing. Like, as much as you go and you sit in front of your altar and meditate, make a ritual around your lady parts. Make a ritual around your vagina. You will thank me later after you're done. You will thank me. Make it a thing. Don't shy away from it, y'all. Like, you have to take time for yourself. Shut your door, lock it, tell your kids to leave you alone, and, you know, just really, like, you know, use your vision and just really imagine, like, just being very sensual with yourself. I shouldn't have to explain this, but if you really want to know about, like, how I connect, like, to my vagina, like, in a more personal way, I'll be more than happy to help you offline. I really don't want to put that on here. Like, it's just kind of like, why? All right, you guys. So I'm going to end it here. We're about 30 minutes in, but I hope that this done with clarity, with understanding and overstanding, but also with love and divine light. As always, you guys know I am here for you. Personal readings, Reiki, chakra readings, all that good stuff. The energies of full moon and eclipse are still here for another few days. Eclipse will probably go through the end of the year because the energies just be like that. And this was a pretty powerful eclipse. And I just have been really wanting to connect with my inner self lately. So that's probably why I'm on here talking about the JJs today. But anywho, yeah, y'all, like, eat healthy, drink some smoothies this week, drink some tea, detox, you know, really connect with yourself. Don't forget to download that app, y'all, Sky Map, so you can see the stars and the constellations, so you can point out, like, what planets are which, all that good stuff. That app, I love that app so much. One more thing I wanted to say, please make sure you check out my podcast. It is called Third Eye Lectures on the Anchor app. And the very last lecture that I did talked about the paradigm shifts. So make sure you check that out. I just posted it yesterday. And I will probably try to do another post today because I said I would post every Monday, but sometimes it may be on a Sunday. Okay. So that's it, you guys. I have my own podcast now, so it's about to be litty. All right, y'all. So don't forget, if you have any questions about connecting to your femininity, please hit me up on the personal offline tip. I am going to go enjoy the rest of my Monday.